Hi, this is Rich, and welcome to the Reset Connect Sustainability Ambassador Series. Today, I'm speaking to Paul Hargreaves, CEO of Cotswold Fayre and one of the UK's first certified B Corps.
I've always had a very keen sense of wanting to see justice in the world. I worked in the charitable sector for a number of years, about 11, I think, altogether. Various things changed, circumstances, so ran out of money, to put it bluntly. So started a business and wanted to. I guess I was fairly frustrated with the charity sector, that we were seeing things happen, but really it was like wading through treacle, and actually we were fighting against the system. So when I started a business, we very much wanted to make a difference to the world through the business. And of our first 5 employees, we had one guy just come out of prison, one guy who's recovering from drug addiction, and one alcoholic, ex-alcoholic. He wasn't drinking at the time, obviously. So we were very much wanting to make a difference to people, as well as obviously having a business that was sustainable and profitable. So that's in our DNA as a company. Now, to be perfectly frank with you, the guy I'd started with left after a couple of years. We had the normal pressures of startups, running out of money, running out of people, running out of stock sometimes. And I fell away from that kind of original purpose, if you like. And it was only probably halfway through the life of the business that we came back to it, and we've never looked back since. So obviously the original purpose was very much people centered. I wanted to give people a step up in life who hadn't had that chance. And obviously we're selling specialty food, so there was a purpose around actually people eating better food. Coincidentally, the very nature of what we were doing, wholesale, is a very much a carbon reducing business model, because we're delivering products from 50 different suppliers on one vehicle to shops, but that wasn't really a factor at the time. What brought us back was actually bizarrely, a trip to Western Kenya, to a very poor rural community with my daughter. And we were at that time we were making some money by then and looking to, give something back. It was an amazing trip, a lot of tears and very touched emotionally by the experience. Came back, talked to the others in the company about it. And one of them voluntarily, she was a part-time worker, in her spare time, she said, look, I'll organise a ball to raise money for this community. That was the light bulb moment, really. It's as a lot of people in the company were kind of gearing up to this big fundraising thing, nothing to do with what we were doing as a business and the day-to-day stuff, above and beyond that. And as we started to kind of give out in that way, I saw a new energy, if you like, come into the company, and it's like we weren't focusing all on ourselves anymore. We were looking out, which was through a company called Cook. You might know the frozen food company. They've got shops all over the place. So I'm not exactly sure, but I think it was about 2013, maybe early 2014, that Ed, who's the co-founder of Cook, told me about B Corp. Now, my first reaction to that was, actually, this sounds a bit American, doesn't it, Ed? Not sure it's for me. But as I looked into it, it took around a year to kind of find out more. But I realised, really, these people were believing and talking about business in a way I'd never heard of before. I thought I was the only one who believed in this stuff, but suddenly there was a whole load of other people who are doing far more than we were. The best thing about B Corp is the constant drive to be better. And the assessment, by the way, gets harder each time. We're very pleased with our most recent score, which is just under 108, which is an amazing jump up. And actually, we're one of the highest scores for an FMCG company in the UK at the moment, which is very, very pleasing. If you're interested in B Corp and don't really know what it is, I'm more than happy to talk to you about it and work out whether it's something your company could work towards. So Forces for Good was originally just going to be, very simply, exploring the triple bottom line model, which is, looking after people, looking after the planet, and if you do that, you'll have a better business and actually you make more profit. So the triple bottom line. But as I was writing it, I realised that we can't really change the world fundamentally unless we're actually changing ourselves as well. There's a difference between doing things because you think you have to do them and doing things because you're driven and motivated by a compassion and love for other people in the world, and indeed for the planet too. How unappealing is it to work for a business that's just making the owner or shareholders rich? That doesn't exactly excite people about coming to work on a Monday morning, does it? However, if you've got a business that is trying, might only be small, but trying to do their bit for the world and are as excited about that, if not more so, than making it a profit, then people generally are going to be more motivated and want to come to work more, and basically you end up getting much better people. Actually, most of this isn't me doing it. Now, if you'd gone back 2 or 3 years, a lot of it would have been me. So that for me is the best thing, that most of the good stuff we do now isn't me doing it. It's not even the leadership team of the company in many cases. It's a lot of individuals doing stuff because they've kind of caught the bug, if you like, and are excited and motivated by those kind of things. So yeah, that's probably the most proud moment for me in terms of this purpose-driven journey. And the biggest thing for us this year, we're actually opening our own food hall and restaurant near Bath, which opens in June. But the exciting thing for me is starting again, if you like, with a new business and putting in right at the beginning some of the stuff that I've learned and hopefully learned from some of the mistakes I've made in the last 20 years. So it's a 50-day course looking at a different characteristic of leadership each day, and the idea is you read a bit and there's some action things to do each day, and as we develop ourselves internally as people and as leaders, we'll end up with better organisations. So it's characteristics like humility, empathy, compassion, self-sacrifice, love, friendship, all those kind of things, which I believe will make people better people, number one, and also better leaders. One is get the best people. For probably too many years in the business, I got what I thought I could afford in terms of quality of people. Get people you can't afford, because they will more than save the extra money you pay them. That's number one. And number two, go with your gut. The times I've made massive errors is when I've let other people convince me to do otherwise. 2 or 3 times, generally your gut instinct is normally the right one. Got a special offer today, so if you buy the current book, Forces for Good, which is available everywhere online, send me the receipt for that, and when the fourth bottom line comes out, I will send you that book at half price.